We have a brand new permission today, and it's a big one. This is one of many springs on the property. You can see it's a huge spring. And, well, we're not going to get in it today, naturally, but there's a lot of water flowing out. There's some watercress there. You can see these walls right here. There's some type of dam across here. These rocks right here are probably the old spring house that they pushed over. You see lots of rocks down there, a pond over there. This whole area is very, very wet this year because we've had a lot of rain. Let's go take a look at the house. Shall we? Wow, this thing was massive. You can see the different sections of the house here with the stone walls. Big pile of bricks. That was a chimney. Other side there's another chimney, so we had at least 2 big chimneys here. This is a gigantic footprint for a house. You know, that would have been built in the 1700s. Now if you look, you do see some concrete, so that means it was lived in later. I like to look where the groundhogs have dug to see how old this stuff is. I'm not really seeing anything too interesting. That slate from the roof, that green kind of caught my eye. I'm not sure what that is. Don't see any gold coins mixed in. Look over here, see what he dug out. Nice dark soil, lots of nails in there. I guess we could run a metal detector over there, see if there's anything in it. It's going to be full of iron though. Of course that tin is terrible, it really sounds bad on the machine. Lots of slate. Wow. Woo, fingers are frozen. I don't know what that was all about. It's a couple holes there. See a few little diggy spots where Jeremiah was, so they're probably going to find some rifle cartridges in here. There's a big hole here. That could have been a cistern or a privy. So I'll go ahead and grab my metal detector and stuff. I left it in the truck because the ground was really frozen over there in the field. I think we can dig here a little bit. We'll at least give it a shot. We're going to explore if we can't dig. I can promise you that. Wow. Look at that. That's some old bricks. The shovel out, and sure enough, this too frozen to dig out here in the fields. But I'm hoping now by that spring we can dig a little bit. And that's the reason I don't do as many metal detecting videos in the winter time. Because even if you did get down there to the target, it would probably be in BB in pieces. Enough of that. We're going to scoot over there to the barn real quick, take a quick peek, and then we'll head back down to the spring and start detecting. Figured we might as well check out the barn real quick, because probably won't get up here with the detector today because it's pretty frozen up where this is, but I wanted to show it to you in case I forget. That is probably the ramp coming up into the barn. As you can see, it was a good sized barn, a lot of stonework. If you look, you can see pieces of rubber here, lots of tin. So that tells me there's going to be a lot of junk in here. Just a lot of junk. See that tin right there? That's of an era that was horrible for that kind of stuff. But it's a nice, good sized barn. That's a watering trough, by the way. Let's go over here and look at this real quick. Been to a few barns lately that had big cisterns outside of them, so you got to be a little careful. That could be a cistern. That's probably a post hole right there. So, beautiful rocks though, look at that. Alright, let's head back down toward the spring. The ground was frozen, I thought. You know, I can feel it underfoot, we'd be able to dig here, but we'll be using the Garrett AT Max today. And my typical program I like to use, which is the 0 mode, maximum sensitivity. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on 0 discrimination just for a few minutes so you can hear the amount of targets in the ground. Then I'll probably crank that up to about 15 or 16 just to get rid of some of the small stuff. The duck sounds, that's iron. The squeaks are possibly not iron. But as you can tell, there's a lot of signals in here. Some old brick there. That's iron, a lot of iron, lots of iron in here. We're close to the house. It's not too bad though, really. That's something huge. Huge. We'll dig that in a minute. But anyway, so you can see how close we are to the house. Kind of have an idea what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off, get a couple signals ready, you know, find them, scrape the ground, set the camera up, and we'll dig them together and go from there. Whew, it's chilly willy out here. Oh, it's supposed to snow tonight and then get like down to 4 degrees tomorrow night. I'm not looking forward to that. Well, that's probably some funky shadows for you, but we should go ahead and dig this big signal together. It's really big. That's like hugely iron over there. Well, in fact, I can see it. I'm looking. Piece of tin, I think. Fingers are already frozen. You know. What is it? Alright, that's the first thing. Don't know. I suspect it could be off a car, like a light reflector, maybe. Probably. Not 100% on it though. I'll put this to the side. I thought I heard a squeak down here, so let's listen for that. Well, there's just so much iron. A little piece of that. No, squeak is gone, so I'll just get in the edge of that iron. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just dig around here for just a few minutes without the camera on, just to get a feel for what's here. Then we'll pop back here together, and we'll see what I find. I hope we can. Got a big chunk of cat fur flapping right in front of the lens. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll get that away for you. It's one of my cats. Left me a little gift, I think. I don't think it's a hairball, but might be part of part. Sorry, my nose is running like crazy. Okay, I'll be quiet. I do have a nice little signal in here. I don't see it yet, but sounds pretty good. You know, I have no idea what it reads on the meter, though. Ah, there it is, looky! One of those cartridges. Yeah, it's a blank cartridge. That's pretty cool. If you look, you can see that it's been fired. You see the primer in the bottom's been fired. It's got a dimple in it, so it's been fired. And the top of it tells me it's a blank. So they were having war games out here in these woods and fields and probably around these old buildings after they pushed them over. I'll clean off the head stamp and we'll take a look at it together to see what it exactly is. What it is exactly. Oy, I haven't been at this in a while. Here's a close-up of the head stamp, and you can see, I think it says LCS and an 8. I can't tell you what that means, but you know, a lot of guys can just look that up and tell you, it will probably tell you where it was made and when, you know, what manufacturing facility made it, and give you an approximate date on that probably. So, yeah, cool though. The camera I normally use, I broke yesterday, and it's in pieces all over my shop. And the other one is the battery in it is not really that strong because I forgot to plug it in last night, and it's so cold that the juice is running out of it quickly. I put it in my pocket and warmed it up, so we'll be able to film a little bit more. I got a couple things marked. We're going to go ahead and dig them together. I'll pop the battery out, warm it back up again, and we'll do that again and again and again until we run out of juice or air. Alright, this is my first signal, first of 3 I have marked. It's a nice high squeak, reading like in the 70s. So I'm hopeful it's something. Well, it's not going to be iron. It's going to be good. Might be one of those cartridges, though. I forgot what they were reading. I could ride home and get another battery, but it's a long way, so by the time I get back, it'll be evening. So I probably won't do that today. I feel guilty about the not getting the video, though. Still buried. I might be off just a little bit. The old pinpointer out. It's right there. Never mind the little drippy water things you're seeing. It's probably from Santa up above us, checking us out. I should have gotten it. I hope. Yeah, things like I moved it over to here, so whatever it is, and hopefully the camera's still recording. Should be right in this loose dirt. Ah, there it is. Is that it? Wait. No, it's a root. Ah, it's in my hand. Okay, it's in my hand. This one. Wow, that's a nice signal. Oh, looky! I have no idea what that is, but it's a really high signal. Let me turn the camera off, or I'll get the magnification on so you can see what this is. This is the little doodad. It really squeaked high. Kind of looks like pewter or maybe some type of lead alloy, but I don't think it is because it's just read really, really high. Too heavy for aluminum. If I was in Europe, I'd say that was a Bronze Age tip to like an axe or something, but since we're not in Europe, I'm going to say it's probably a piece of junk. I'll clean it up at the end of the video and we'll take a quick peek at it then. Okay, off to the next signal. This is a really nice high squeak here. It's reading right around 80 or so, so hopefully it's something delicious. Do you see it? I don't see it yet. Alright, I suspect I probably got it though. Alright. Nope. Still right about here. Pull this back a little bit. Like that. Just slightly. Not too aggressive. Looks like solid rock right there. Alright, pinpointer time. It is, I don't know if that's solid or not. It looks like a walkway or something. Wow. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, probably can. It's going through my headphones, but it's still here and it's pretty deep and it's a really good signal, so I'm a little bit more hopeful now. I thought it was going to be shallow, but it isn't. We can just get to it. If I can get this rock out, that's the key. We can scoot over to it without damaging it. There we go. Alright, so it should be like right in here. Probably deeper than we are though. Try the pinpointer again. It's right there. Not a small target. I'm hoping it's not anything from the Army because it's so deep. I would think that would be closer to the surface, but I don't know because I don't really know the site yet. You know, they did a lot of bulldozing all around, so should be more careful than this. Alright, check again. Right here. I'll go ahead and try to go out that way a little bit further and come in from the other side. There we go. I'm coming from the other side there. Next one we should get it. We're close enough to it. There we go. Trying to just loosen the dirt up where I think it is. I think we just did pretty much. Could be a little deeper though. Alright. Taking forever. Yeah, still there. I'm excited about this one a little bit. Alright. Wow. The rocks are cold. I have gloves, but hard to use the camera, work all the little controls because I'm going back and forth from macro to shooting and turning it off a lot, so it's really hard to do with any sense of comfort. Alright, so I'll go to the side, loosen that up. Alright, now if that doesn't have it, it's not going to be anything good, because it should have, it should be to it by the size of the sound of it. Yeah, still there. I guess the camera's still working, just barely. Yep. Alright, I'm going to turn the camera off because the battery's so low. Once I get a little deeper, I'll turn it back on. Iron in the bottom of the hole, so it's a little disappointing. Kind of roundish though. It could be an artillery shell, except it's really reading high on the meter, so I don't think it is. Unless it's one of those World War I mustard gas shells. I hope not. Probably a piece of pipe. Very solid, whatever it is. There we go. I'm not worried too much about breaking it because it's iron. It doesn't really mess up iron. I don't know why I was getting such a high squeak though. Yeah, I think so. No, it's tin. That's why I was getting a high squeak. Those big flat pieces of tin will absolutely fool you. So I think that's what it is. Look at all the brick in there. That wow. Oh, jeez. Yep. Nondescript, could be most anything. Too heavy for a canteen. Man, I mean, a lot of good dirt down there. Dark dirt with bricks and stuff in it. I'll check the hole of the machine. If there's anything else, we'll take a look at it together. Spot right in here is loaded with cartridges, blank cartridges, from, I guess, the training exercises up here. Just 3 right here. And I suspect there's a lot more. There's some dig holes around here. I guess Jeremiah was digging some of these here too, so I'm not going to dig too many more. Again, fortunately, I can't really get it too much this on camera because I don't have a lot of battery, although I put the camera in my pocket where it's nice and warm and the battery is like half power now. So as long as we husband it and don't talk too much, you'll get to see some excitement. Want to see some excitement? I'm still digging piles of cartridges in this little area here. It's about 15-20 feet around. Probably, well, I'll let you listen. I think what we'll do is, can you hear it? I think what we'll do is just leave this area for now. Like, there's a whole bunch of them. Hear them all down through there and over here. We'll go ahead and leave this for now since I don't have a lot of juice in the battery. Camera. Maybe come back and set up shop another day. And, just kind of dig some together. What do you say? We can laugh and joke and have fun. Don't have to dig with one hand, holding the camera warm. There's another one right here, see? I think it's probably hundreds of them in this little spot right here. So let's go ahead and move on. See if we can get something about 150 or at least 100 years older than these. So just solved the mystery as to why there's so many cartridges here. You know what that is? That is a link for a linked belt of cartridges. So they had a machine gun set up here, blasting away. So I imagine this is probably M60 ammo that we're digging, and I would imagine that's why there's so many cartridges in here. So they were like blasting all through this area. I'll go ahead and get all this stuff filled back in, so don't freak out about that. I kind of hate to admit it, but I haven't left yet because this is really kind of fun digging up all these cartridges and links and stuff. You see, they're all over the place. Every shovel full is like a bunch of them come out. Look at them. That's so cool. There's a lot of links in here too. Iron links. Really rusty, but look, see, there's more here. Just dig around with your fingers and find these things. Like, there's probably thousands of them in here. It's kind of fun. I will come back and we'll dig some more of these together. Or we can set up the camera, just take our time. It's kind of neat. This is like a really heavy little shovel. I thought it was like a little ash shovel, but man, it's super thick. It's older than the cartridges though. This isn't an Army thing. This is hand forged. You can tell by the way that's made and riveted right there. So, oh well. That's a better sign than all them bullets. There's stuff here. So I've been bebopping around for a little bit, and I guess I'm finished for the day. I'm feeling a little peaked. I think I might have caught something from a snot goblin, little runny-nosed kid, because I got a runny nose right now. I don't feel so hot. So I'm going to head home. But anyway, let me show you what I found. It's pretty interesting. I think you'll like it. This is mostly just kind of like a lot of my junk. These are the disintegrating belt links from the machine gun. Those are broken ones mostly. Just some odds and ends that are no good. Here's I saved one good link up for you to look at. So you can see how they're put together. And then I put some together. Look at that. So they would snap together like that, and when they were fed through a machine gun, the belt would disintegrate, so you wouldn't have to worry about reloading them or anything. You just leave the little things on the ground. Again, these are just blanks. They weren't used in warfare, but there's a bunch of them. And it's not very often, I would have to admit, that here in America, you would find evidence of a machine gun nest with fired cartridges in it, out in the middle of a farmer's property. That's kind of special, isn't it? Alright, hope you enjoyed the video. I promise to have more batteries next time, and, well, I'm going to try to feel a little bit better too. Might not see me for a couple days, but I'll be back, I promise.
And I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury